Hey guys, it's Kevin again with Mix Coach. It's time for another episode of the Mix Coach Minute. Again, today we have my good friend Stone Walters from the UK. Stone always asks great questions and he thinks about mixing, I think even more than I do, but he always asks great questions. So Stone, thanks for coming again today and I guess just take it away.
Cool. Thanks, Kevin. Again, thanks for having me. This question as well is kind of picking up where we left off yesterday with the whole idea of the drummer's perspective and audience perspective. This question is to do with how you achieve a great balance when it comes to drums. I guess one of the challenges that a lot of mixers will have is if you've got a multi-mic'd kit, you've got a room mic, an overhead mic, um, all the toms and the snare and maybe two mics on kick, two mics on snare. How do you go about crafting a drum sound that is cohesive and sounds like one instrument rather than separate entities?
Okay. Well, a few episodes ago on the Mix Coach Minute, and I think you tell me if you've seen this episode or not. It was about automating at the last minute. Do you remember that
Mm.
episode?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, so in my opinion, achieving the perfect drum mix or the drum balance is a moving target.
Right.
And that's the reason that I tell my guys on my videos and on Mix Coach Member, don't automate anything that you don't need to automate
Mm.
because, and this is the reason I do it, is because I am adjusting the mix up until the time we print it.
Mm.
Because with your ears tending to want to hear something different every day, and that's why I advocate, a drum bus
Mm.
and then a band bus because uh, I want to personally be able to adjust the mix at the last second, even while I'm printing a song. Sometimes I'll be nudging drums around.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I don't think that drums are ever something that you get balanced and then move on. It's one
Right,
of
right.
those things that you're always working on until the song is printed, and then sometimes, when I hear my stuff on the radio, I'm still wishing I had another chance to nudge drums around. But I'll tell you what has helped me lately is my headphones. I picked up a pair of Grado headphones,
Mm.
and to me, this happened one time. I was mixing on the song. You remember before we started this interview, I was playing a song, and you recognized the song.
Yeah. Mm.
On that particular song, when I first got my Grado RS2 headphones, I put them on and I listened and I thought, wow, those toms are muddy and they're about 2 dB too loud. So I
Oh, wow.
adjusted them and I didn't hear them in my monitors. So getting the perfect drum mix or the perfect drum balance is something that you should probably not let affect whether you move on in your mix. It should be something that you get the best you
Right.
can while you have the chance to get it. Move on, listen back from another like a the when you're adjusting drums, you're kind of at the 5,000 foot level. If you're flying a plane, you're at the 5,000 foot level. You can still see everything, and then as you
Mm.
ascend in a plane, you kind of got the 10,000 foot level where people look like ants, and the
Mm.
drums tend to not look. You're not paying as close of attention to that, and then
Right.
before you put it away, or even while you're mastering, you've got the 30,000 foot level. So you're
Right, right.
listening from a much further back. So then the tiny nuances of if you've got enough air on the drums really comes from the 30,000 foot perspective. So it's
Cool.
really a moving target. You never get the perfect drum blend and then move on. It's something that changes when you push a guitar track up. Sometimes the balance of the drum changes, and that's why I advocate anytime you see me do a mix tutorial on Mix Coach Member, you'll see my drum buses are there, and I'm always adjusting them
Hmm.
in some way. So
Hmm.
your question was, your how do you achieve that perfect drum balance? And my answer is that was my long answer. My short answer is I don't think you can get the perfect drum blend so that you can move on in your mix. I think it's something that happens um, throughout the whole mix, even to the last minute.
Right. Brilliant.
Does that
Cool.
help?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what's interesting, even when you talk about the different levels or different levels, how the drum balance evolves in the mix
Hmm.
as you kind of adjust other things. I think that's a really useful insight as well.
Good, good. Glad to help. Well, so hopefully we'll do another series of these with Stone. Stone asks great questions. If you've got some questions that you want Stone to ask, You can hit him up on Facebook or on the website. Go to and watch one of his or read one of his brilliant articles on MixCoach. They are definitely worth a read. So check them out. And again, I think Stone would agree with me that MixCoach Member is the place you want to be if you want to learn to mix and get into a great community of guys like Stone and myself. So check out MixCoachMember.com, and we will see you tomorrow.